Happy Monday, second graders. Today we are going to be working on topic 15, lesson 2, polygons and angles. And we're going to be focusing on the corners of shapes here where the angles are being formed. And polygon is a fancy third grade word for a shape that has 3 or more sides or 3 or more angles as well. So today we're just going to look at polygons and angles. Your job today is going to be looking at a shape. I will show you how to draw a little half circle to mark an angle, and then you will count the angles and write the total number of angles in the shape, and then write the name of the shape. Is it a polygon? Is it not a polygon? And that's pretty much all you have to do for math today. So I want you to look at these two shapes here in blue. And I want you to take a second. You can pause the video and you can, I want you to think about how are these two shapes alike? Okay. How are they similar to each other? And then how are they different from each other? So how are they the same or similar? How are they different? And then can you name both of these shapes from what we talked about last week? Can you tell me what the name of these shapes would be? So I'm going to pull up an answer key here. So we have the solve and share answers. So we have Tara's work and Dominic's work. And we're going to talk about both here. We'll start with Tara. So she has both of the shapes, the same ones you have. And she says that both shapes have 4 sides. So they are quadrilaterals. So she named the shape quadrilaterals, both of them 4 sides. That's a quadrilateral, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how they're similar. They both have 4 sides and they're both quadrilaterals. Then she starts to talk about how they're different. And she says, shape 1, all of the sides are equal length. If you were to take out your ruler and measure each of these sides from corner to corner, they would all be the same length. So she says she knows that that must mean that this is a square, right? A square is a shape that has 4 equal sides. Then she says that shape 2 has sides that are different lengths, right? The sides look to be the same length and the top and the bottom look to be the same length, but it doesn't quite look like a normal rectangle. So she's not really sure what the name of this shape would be. This number 2 shape would be a perfect example of a polygon. Tara's work answers all of the questions. She told how they were alike and how they were different, and she named the shape. They both have 4 sides. She names them quadrilateral. Okay? And she says how they're different. This one has 4 equal sides. This one does not. Her work is excellent. She gives lots of detail to explain her answer. And for today's math, I would like to see you do the same. We go down here to Dominic's work. Okay. He says both shapes have 4 sides. He is correct, right? We can see that. Both shapes have 4 sides. Shape 2 has 2 sides that are shorter than the sides in shape 1. While he is correct, he doesn't name the shapes, so he didn't finish answering the question. And he didn't provide as many examples as Tara did. So what we can see here is how are they alike? Well, they both have 4 sides, which makes both of them quadrilaterals. Okay. Shape 1 has 4 equal sides. Shape 2 does not. but because they both have 4 sides, they are both quadrilaterals. So let's watch a video here and see what else we can discover. Maybe. Does this always happen? I think this always happens every time we go to do this together. Let's try this. See, just like in school, we have technology issues at home too. All right, well, I have assigned the video for you, so you can always go back and watch it. I'll try again at the end of the video as well. But you can always go back, excuse me, and watch the video. Okay, so we're focusing on 3 words here today, and they are the words in yellow. So the first thing that we're going to focus on is this word polygon, and polygon is a closed plane shape with 3 or more sides. Okay. So on Thursday, when we started this new topic, we talked about a closed plane shape. So a plane shape means that it's flat. It lays on the table or on the paper flat. And closed means all of the lines touch. There's no gap anywhere. Okay. So a polygon, examples of a polygon would be a triangle, a square, a pentagon, and a hexagon. Okay, shapes that you're very familiar with. These would be examples of a non-polygon. Okay, you can see here there's a space here, so this is not a closed shape. Okay, and this one has a curved side. Polygons cannot have curved sides. Therefore, this shape cannot be a polygon. So, if a polygon does not have curved sides, that means a circle is not a polygon. Okay. The next word that we're going to focus on this today is angles. And polygons have angles, and they have the same number of angles as they do sides and vertices. So for example, in a triangle has 3 sides, 1, 2, 3. It has 3 vertices, the points where the sides touch, 1, 2, 3, which means it also has 3 angles. And you can see these little red half moon shapes. These are where the angles are. And as you move into 4th grade and 5th grade and getting older than that, you will, in math, start to measure the angles of shapes, because different angles on a triangle name a different kind of triangle. There's many different kinds of triangles, and so when you measure the angles as you get older, it will create a different kind of triangle. Okay, so if a shape has 5 sides and 5 vertices, then it's going to have 5 angles. If a shape has 4 sides and 4 vertices, it's going to have 4 angles. And our final shape is going to be a right angle. And a right angle forms at a square corner. So a square itself has 4 right angles. You can see those here. And we mark a right angle by making a step, basically. And here is, excuse me, a pentagon. And a pentagon has 2 right angles here at the bottom. It would have 5 angles total. These 2 are right angles. It would have another angle here, another angle here, and another angle here. Okay, 5 angles total. All right, if we look down here at the Do You Understand box, it says how many angles does this shape have? So we can, let's do this here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 angles total, right? How many right angles does it have? This is 1 right angle. This is the second. Okay, so it has 6 angles total. 2 are right angles, right? And what is the name of this shape? A 6-sided shape is a hexagon. So we did that together. And I can't very nicely make a little half moon here on mine with my computer, as you would be able to do on your paper, okay? But you can draw it with your pencil, okay? Just do the best that you can. So there were 6 angles total, and I can erase this here and make it a little easier for you to see, okay? This is an angle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out of those 6 angles, 2 of them were right angles down here at the bottom. 1, 2, okay, and so 6 sides, 6 vertices, 6 angles, that would be a hexagon. So you're going to do the same thing here. So let's look at number 1. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5-angle shape. What do we call a shape with 5 sides? Hopefully you yelled out pentagon. And you can always go back to your math packet and your pages from Thursday to pull up the name of the shapes in case you forgot over your couple of days off here. So we'll do the next one here, number 2. Okay, let's look at this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, this shape has 5 angles. The shape has 5 angles, okay, and a 5-sided figure for the pentagon. It's pretty silly that they put 2 pentagons next to each other, okay? And that's what you're going to do now for number 3 and number 4. Okay? Count the angles, and the same thing with 5 through 10. Okay? And then you're going to have to draw a polygon with 2 right angles and 2 angles that are not right angles. So that one's going to be a little tricky, so I want you to think about it. So that has to have 4 angles total. Think about that as you're drawing. Okay. And then you're going to answer some questions. What shapes here are sewn together to make a soccer ball? And then you're going to move into your homework and you're going to do the same thing. Count the angles and then write the name of the shape. I told you I would go back and see if we can get this video up and rolling today. It looks like, again, it's not working, but that's no big deal. Okay, I have assigned it for you, so if you do want to go back and look at it later on, I did assign the video for you. Talk to you tomorrow.